So, how, now going back to leadership, in your opinion, how important is it to first, when you look at development of a person, we normally focus on, oh, let me do personality development, let me do public speaking, let me learn this skill, let me learn that skill. And then there are other things which we do, which is to imbibe something inside. It doesn't have to be spiritual.
Yeah.
So that could be
Yeah.
one way.
Yeah.
So if I look at it, looking at develop myself inside versus developing myself outside, what would you think is a good balance?
So if you want it to be long lasting and you want it to, you know, be with you for a long time and make an impact, then you need to develop from inside. If you develop outside, a lot of it could be fake, it could be make believe, it could be very temporary. Because you're trying to make an impact on an audience, on whatever. And but that may not be the real you. The real you is what is inside.
And how important is it that the real you should come out? I mean, why can't I just pretend to be like suave Amitabh Bachchan style and actor?
Yeah. So it's good. I mean, like I said, I'm also a showman, so a little bit of you need that external kind of because you need. So I'll tell you 2-3 things. One is you need to be confident. You need to learn confidence that when you walk into the room, do even people realize somebody's walked in? Now that comes from not that you have to be smart or anything, but it's just the impact you make when you come in. And I remember Mr. Mama taught us when we were in Ratana's Mama that if you wear a suit and a tie in those days, small mid-sized firm, if nothing else, a security guard will salute you. So now, whenever I've got a salute from a security guard who I don't know, I remember him. That he's. And incidentally, next year we are celebrating 100 years of his life. Of course, he died a few years back, many years back. 97 actually died. But so I think the inside development is more important because it reflects on your personality also.
I get what you're saying.
The glow on your face, the way you come across, and also the confidence. See, if I take a training, I come to you and say, Sunil, make me
smart cookie.
So I don't want to say so. It happened with me, but let's not talk about it. But let's talk of some other incident where somebody was preparing to become a CEO. And he went to the biggest image consultant in Bombay and told him that I'm dealing with this character the other character was quite aggressive. And and this guy was very mild generally. So he came out aggressive. That was not his real self. So he couldn't.
Authentic.
So authentic. Actually, that's the right word. So if you do it from inside, there's authenticity in what you do. So even if I come and serve him some food or whatever, it'll be done just out of my heart, not because I'm trying to make.
What I'm also hearing from you is that authenticity is critically important.
Very important. Because today the young, it is important because today people have to trust you.
But if you mean if I'm inauthentic, they will know that I'm not being authentic.
Today's generation can see through it. They know a fake guy the moment you see it. They know that this guy is just acting. He's trying to put an image which is not there.
Interestingly, the youngsters don't do that. I'm just when you're saying that, even the chap who came and met us, he didn't put on any airs, didn't pretend to do anything.
So they want to be themselves.
They want to be themselves.
See, the point is, I always keep saying the real you is far better than the made up you.
I love that statement.
Yeah, the real you is far better than the made up or the fabricated, which is an image you're creating. Because you have to live that image. So my simple point is to keep telling my leaders, when you go on that stage and you start talking values, it means you don't follow values. You don't need to talk values. You go there and tell people, stories, tell them whatever. They know who you are. The moment you keep saying, oh, I've got very high integrity, I've got very good, this means you have zero integrity. because you're reaffirming something. I don't need to say I'm a man if I'm a man, right?
I like that.
I mean, I'm
It's
there,
a
right?
parent.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that. So I think somewhere along the line, people should realize that being authentic is today a superpower.
What about being that's beautiful? I love that. And you also somewhere you alluded to it, but you didn't really fully state it. So I'm going to bring it forth.
Sure.
Integrity I got, but I also got that being kind is something and vulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm willing to say I screwed up here. I'm not I'm not so great over here. To really be vulnerable. I somehow got that even though you didn't say it. Do you believe that's something that a great leader, a good leader does
Actually,
imbibe?
when you ask me what is the definition of a real leader, I would vulnerability as one of the top three, four. Because if you are vulnerable, the guy who's listening to you says, "जो हम मेरे जैसे ही है."
I love that.
You know, he's
There's
मेरे
no
जैसे है, तो it, you know, so I have to support this guy. यार. He's like that.
can connect much easier.
Yeah, so I started something very different in Anderson also. Then when I got bigger opportunities, other places, I said we need to work with the best leader, and the best leader can be the youngest in the team. But because he's the best, he will lead. I will follow him. And I used to do something. I never called it that because it's a term which got this thing later. Reverse mentoring.
Oh,
I used to meet these youngsters and learn from them.
beautiful.
So whenever we hire these young guys who come tell me what's happening in the world, what can we do better? You've been 1 month, 2 months in this firm. What can we do better? Let me tell you, most of my HR policies, or which came from these young boys, or where I got really hammered by some assistant manager who said, "You are not a leader. You're not this kind of useless policy we have." And so I learned a lot from these people. And I was open to criticism. So I was not here. I'm not this perfect guy. I don't think anybody is perfect. So I said, nobody is perfect. So if I'm not perfect, doesn't make a difference to me. But I must be authentic. I must be real.
I love that. I absolutely love it.
Because then you get people to see the boss and leader, that's a different. Boss will tell you what to do. I know you must have heard it 20
No,
times.
I haven't. It's a lovely phrase.
So boss will tell you what to do. A leader will inspire you to do something. He'll take you with them. They'll take you with them to go and do something great. And the person who you can take, that's what Gandhi did. He inspired a nation. He inspired people across cultures, across religions, across genders, across anything. Everybody was saying, we want a free India.
Which was very hard in those days.
And
everybody was divisive. Everything
was divisive. There was no social media. There was nothing which you could use. So it was just physical.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, and all those kind of things. So
then the work that we do is called being centered work, which really means it's coming from inside out. And we realize that some of the most impactful actions come from a place of deep reflection, a lot of self-reflection. Do you think that's a valuable thing to have, and which is different from thinking logically?
Yeah.
But just taking out time to reflect on oneself versus reflecting on the problem solution. Did you do that, and do you think it's an important thing to do?
I never did it.
Okay.
But some of them came naturally to me.
Okay.
If you look at, I think Stanford, you did a thing on leaders. What is the level of self-awareness? 80% of them were not aware of themselves. I think I fall in the 20% category.
So you're aware of yourself.
I'm aware to a great extent. May not be. I made a lot of mistakes. I could have done. Somebody asked me, "Okay, would you?" I said, there were a lot of mistakes I made, and so I'm not getting into it. Some of it was, though I got advice, I did not take it. So and that could come from having belief in yourself or just being blind to some of them. So actually one other important one which we not discussed for leaders or people on the top, they are blindsided to many things.
Okay.
They need to see their blind side.
What is that?
Blind side means they're not able to see this weakness of theirs.
Or their own.
Their own weakness. They are blindsided to some event which is happening. Like AI is okay too in the face now, but if something else is going to happen.
You may be completely unaware of it.
Yeah, unaware, and you're not even preparing for it.
So you're saying blindsided AF about the world, but also blindsided about yourself.
About yourself, both. So blindsided about the new events that are happening,
Interesting.
and blindsided about your own qualities. Even do you know what your qualities are? I mean, so fortunately for me, most of it, because I operate in a very simple way, I never told people what to do. I give one example of one very senior manager at KPMG. He said, "You never ever told us to come at this time to office." He's saying, "I heard stories that you come at 7:30 in the morning." So one day I decided I'm going to come at 7:30. I came and parked my car. Your car was already there. So you many times. So he said, I said, if this guy can come, why can't I not come? So many things happen by own action. So I was a leader who led by personal action. Do it yourself, let people go. So I would not go and tell people you go to, I would tell them to go to clients, but I myself would go to clients. I would never be seen in the office. In fact, one of the very top CEOs asked me, "Boss, every event you are here, when do you work?
When do you work?
When do you work? Every event you're sitting here." So I said, then I go back to my office and I'm doing double shift. So you have to find ways to do your work. So I had a very efficient assistant like Manisha. So a lot of things got done just on the phone and whatever. I'd stopped using laptops, by the way, since 2012. And now I struggle when I'm on a laptop. iPad is what I use. So people get shocked.
So why did you stop using it?
Because I thought it was a waste of time. So I'll be sitting and become a slave. You know, the one thing which you spoke about Gandhi. So we are becoming a slave to the mail. And we're not doing work. So this mail is like, it's really bad. There has to be a new way of communication which needs to come to get it. You know, one more thing on Gandhi, which I was just thinking and reflecting on. And this happened because I was coming to meet you, was I think the time has come where we need to capture Gandhi, take him away from the statues and the portraits that are there and bring him back into real life, into our day-to-day lives. How do we take him away, take all these statues and bring them back to life?
We put him on a pedestal.
Yeah, we put him on a pedestal and nobody looks at him, and just he's kept on the side and nobody. So, I mean, how do we bring that value system of Mahatma Gandhi into our day-to-day lives?
Beautiful.
I think that we have to recapture, you have to capture him. This is, you have to capture him to get our freedom.
Absolutely.
If we want our freedom, we have to get him.
We have to capture him to get our freedom.